What's up, Trekkies? Hi, so, funny thing. I'm gonna admit, so I know I've said previously, whether it be in my fleet, or it be on here, or it somehow be on my regular vlogs, I don't play alts on Star Trek Online. I know that there is a mess ton of you that in some places have argued with me that the only way to play the game is with 12 billion alts, and that in order to fund the sheer amount of upgrading necessary for your main character, you have to farm dilithium on 11 other characters, turn it in for it. Just get it. Just play the way you want to play. I don't play alts. Proof is in the pudding. I logged in just to, like, you know what? The holiday events are here, you know, the summer events here, and I want to try that hurricane generator out. And I have an engineer. So I'm going to log into my engineer. Technically my best geared alt. Best geared alt. He's a Gorn engineer. I logged him into Ryza. To which Aaron was like, oh, well, it's the summer event. That makes sense. I'm like, he has he has prize vouchers from 2016 in his bag. He has the project slotted from last year. He already has the hurricane generator. He even has the molten terrain. Like, I did all this stuff last year, and I logged out intending to play him at some point in time and say, hey, what is this doing? But guess what? I didn't do that, and that was summer event, and I'd forgotten. So what I did was I took his 350,000 dilithium he had on him, that I didn't know he had on him, and I exchanged it in for Zen, because obviously I give no care about that character. None. Zero. Nada. I mean, I'll probably get him this ship, because it's account-wide, yada yada, because it's also an engineering cruiser and it's tier 6 and it's not the terrible obelisk. I'm sorry for those of you that fly it, but I'm sorry, that thing is pretty bad. But, you know, this might actually be pretty cool, considering I like to play him a bit more defensively. Let's go back for the first piece of news that people have been talking about. I checked, you know, this was posted on the 21st, so the day after I recorded last week, and said there was no news. How it goes. Rule of acquisition number 75, home is where the heart is, but the stars are made of Latinum. Ferengi Admiralty campaign, certainly hope that the missions are a little bit better, because like the Federation, the Klingon, and the Romulan all have pretty much the exact same missions. You're just doing them under a different guise, and it's like, I hope the Ferengi one has like more commerce-oriented ones. It'll just get the immersion a little bit more than just like rescue colonists. It could be like barter for colonists. I don't care if you change the names of things. Also, you get a Quark's Triumph, which is an epic quality Admiralty ship. It's a high-end cruiser, reduce the maintenance time of every ship on the same assignment. So it's probably minus 25 per ship. 25%, which is still a lot. It's minus 50% maintenance. So the reward from the tour of duty, 10 of 10, is 30,000 dilithium. Now, it says dilithium ore. That's the exact same thing as the Klingon. So you can do Klingons at the same time. I have enough Admiralty ships right now, I can do it. I just don't have enough Admiralty slots to, you know, to cycle through, make sure I get my tour of duty, and then I have to cycle through the Klingon ones to get that tour of duty and get them at the same time. That is... I usually do one. Right now I do Romulan because it's free tech upgrades. I don't upgrade much, but by the time I get a tech upgrade, there's a new ship out there. And maybe I want to do something about that. So the next thing is the Endeavor system. This has nothing to do with the USS Endeavor, which was one of the ships that helped with the tachyon net during when they were trying to detect the cloaked cargo vessels. Nebula class, so that's what's always great. There was a lot of Nebula classes involved in that tachyon net, which is why it's the console on that ship. However, what it is, it says adding new challenges to Star Trek Online. So it's a limited time challenge. So what this seems like is many other MMOs. Blizzard does this pretty well with Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm and WoW to an extent, but in its own way. Now Star Trek's picking it up. It's kind of a weekly thing. They say it'll like, Endeavors will update Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you'll have the weekend, Friday through Sunday. So there'll be 3 a week, and they'll cycle. What it is like in Blizzard systems for Hearthstone Heroes of the Storm. Hearthstone Heroes of the Storm has brawls. Brawls is you kind of go through the same normal gameplay, but you have weird rules. But the thing is, with Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm, they have so much confinedness to their gameplay that they can throw in weird rules that kind of screw with the normal gameplay. You can't really do that in WoW because a lot of people, so they have like whole weekly cycling events, time walking, where you can go back and you're set to an item level or a gear level that was for that time period, and you can run the things like a nostalgia thing without running back through and one-shotting everything, or being like, what's up, Shattered Halls, and everything just dies because you're so over-geared. That sort of thing. It kind of alternates PvE, PvP. So like there's, let's just say, Time Walking Burning Crusade, Arenas. Time Walking Wrath of the Lich King, Battlegrounds. Time Walking Mists of Pandaria, Pet Battle. You know, Pet Battles is PvE, PvP, but the quest requires you to pet battle other players, and I don't do it. But that's what WoW has, and I'm hoping that Star Trek will do that. It'll get more people to log in throughout the week or something. The current endeavor will appear on your mission tracker above the current missions. Credit is automatic. You don't need to hail anyone. You just do it. It doesn't necessarily really say what these are. You'll get instant rewards, so all you have to do is basically do it. Every 2 or 3 days and never, pursue a goal such as defeating enemies of a certain type. So it's like defeat 100 NPC Klingons, which is easy. You just go to Starbase 24 and that'll work. Or it's like inflicting damage over a particular energy weapon. Probably not something I do, because I use phaser. Unless it's phaser, and then I'll do phaser. Participating in queues, it could be do a Borg queue. Do 5 Borg queues of sorts, or 5 Tholian queues of sorts. Contributing to your fleet, that's really cool. Something that isn't necessarily all that competitive, but there's probably some really rich people out there that do it. Finishing R&D projects. Don't know what that could involve. Could just be make tech upgrades, for Christ's sake. Or one of many other tasks, and you'll earn the instant reward. So basically, you'll get a little mission thing over to the side, so over here, and they'll be like, hey, what's going on? Just make 5 superior tech upgrades. Doesn't have to be of any specific type, like beam or science, it's just do this. Pretty much that. It's heading to Tribble to test soon. Next thing on the list that came out today, that's on my Fleet Leader post, is the Kobayashi Maru event. 19 periods, this is the Kobayashi Maru. 19 periods out of Altair 6. We have struck a gravitic mine and have lost all power. Our hull is penetrated and we have sustained many casualties. 2 forms, timed and untimed. In each case, you will fight to keep your freighter intact while destroying successive amounts of enemies who will become more and more dangerous as the simulation continues. The longer you last, the greater your rewards. Once everyone on your team is defeated at the same time, or when the timer runs out, playing the timed version, the mission ends. Mission also ends if the Kobayashi Maru is destroyed. So, might want to have a defender healer of sorts, if it can be healed. Give you a choice of marks. If you survive for a significant amount of time, you'll also earn bonus dilithium. Or, playing Kobayashi Maru for at least 3 days out of the event's duration will also unlock special limited time rewards just for you. The Prolonged Engagement Phaser Beam Array and Prolonged Engagement Phaser Dual Cannons. They are both energy weapons that become stronger the longer your ship is in combat. Okay. Sucks to be those people who like to blow the shit out of something fast. No week can go by without me ragging on a tactical officer. Anything else? We had patch notes from last week, but that was mostly adding in voiceovers for the summer event. Or was that the week before? Constitution and Miranda Starship updates. More or less costuming stuff. Added stuff to the Foundry. So that's that. Resolved an issue where the Rising Luxury Cruiser wings did not display properly in sector space. Yeah, I saw that. Every once in a while, I pop into it because all my characters have these free ships. So yeah. Anyways, so links are below if you really want to read up on these, but I've pretty much explained all of them best as they describe here. So the Kobayashi Maru event will start Thursday and go until Tuesday? Wow, it's not even lasting a whole week. It's lasting the weekend. So you gotta do it all this weekend. That's that. I will catch you guys next week. And I will probably give you a heads up as to what I think of the Kobayashi Maru event, because I'll probably do it 3 times just to get the 1 fun rewards. Alright, catch you guys next week.